Hello and welcome to FEMME Tarot channel. I'm Natalie. So what we have here is the Housewives Tarot by Paul Keppel and Jude Buffum, and I'm super excited to have this deck. It's not my style of deck because I don't go for these quirky pop arty kind of decks, but specifically this one I thought it would be really fun to use, especially on my channel, and do readings on the Bravo celebrities and the celebrities and the housewives, the Real Housewives and all that. I think it will be super fun and it will really make the readings immersive, fun and humorous. So let's have a look. It has a really beautiful box. It has a matte finish. Look at this. It's absolutely beautiful, right? And look, isn't that so cute? You can write your name here. You can even gift this. You can give it as a present to someone and just write their name or personalize it. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And it looks like a little recipe box, like the ones that our grands or moms used to have. It's so, so cute. Let's have a look now at Housewives Tarot. So we have this little index card, and this index card is the major arcana, and what we have here is the icebox fortune cake. It's an actual recipe. Eat this cake quickly before your past, present and future start melting together. I love that. I really love that. I might give it a go. I might try that with my daughter, this recipe. So we have the majors here. Let's have a look. I'll just move this out of the way. I love the fact that it has a little plastic ring instead of this, of wrapping it, tightly wrapping it, air wrapping it with plastic. It's absolutely ecological, and it's just a pain in the bum to get it off. Bum, ass, whatever. So here we have it. Oh, let's look at the back first. It looks like a tablecloth, like a tea-stained tablecloth, or a picnic blanket, like those traditional classic ones, especially the ones they used to have back then in the 50s and 60s. The quality of the cards is really good. I need to try them. I think they'll be really nice to shuffle with. They have an absolutely nice quality about them. They're matte, but you know, they have sort of this plastic, I have no idea how you call it, finishing. And see, it's thin but not too thin. It's not one of those where you feel that after 6 or 7 months you'll have to replace the deck. I don't think so. It's a very good quality. So let's have a look here. The Fool card. So we have here 50s or 60s. Is this supposed to, do we have a decade? No. Anyways, it's probably a 50s style. 60s was a little bit more, it was different colors and different sort of vibe. So we have the Fool card. So we have a housewife, and she seems to be running away from her home. She's holding a handbag. It's open and all her personal items are dropping out. I don't think she realizes that. She seems happy though. So that's the beginning of the journey of this housewife. Let's call her Betty. I'll give her a name. So this is Betty, and this is the beginning of her adventure. And here we have a magician, and he is sort of pointing at or manifesting a washing machine. Yeah, it's not a dishwasher, it's a washing machine. He looks a little bit comical. He reminds me of Pee-wee. Remember Pee-wee? And let's see. So he's telling Betty, hey, don't worry about a thing. You know, I will help you be the perfect housewife out there. What do you want? Do you want a new washing machine? Oh, there you go. That was better. There you go. I'll just manifest it for you. I'll help you out. What is it you want? Just give me a target, a goal for this journey, and I'll be right there by your side and helping you. So this is the Empress. That doesn't look like Betty. No, that is someone Betty knows or she's related to. The Empress, most likely someone she works for. And she's holding a recipe book, recipes for success. And she's cooking up something. And I think she's just teaching. She's like a cooking teacher. And she has all the ingredients and coming up with some recipes, really good recipes that she could teach. I assume I'm making up I love doing that, by the way, with the majors. When I get a new tarot, it also helps me connect, is that I create a little story in my head just viewing the cards of the major arcanas, and it makes a lot more sense to me. It resonates a lot more. I get connected with the deck. And then when you put the majors on top of that, who are, let's say, the extras in this story, in this storyline, it just makes a lot more sense and a lot more fun. And it's easier than when you pick it up and you do a reading for someone else. And if it's a new deck, then it makes more sense. You're more into the cards. The Emperor looks a bit funny. He looks like a one of those, you know how they have in the car dealerships, these inflatable, moving, weird balloon thingies? Well, that's what his hands and legs remind me of. And he has the word tarot without the T right there. And he's a chef, so he's the Emperor. And he is obviously one who is not for fresh ingredients, but he's more into canned goods and produce that you get on the supermarket, not produce, products, excuse me, etc. So he is, he's sort of an old school type of chef who likes to get things done in the kitchen in his own way. And he's quite a dominant character. You can see that from his facial expressions and the way he's been illustrated. Let's move on. Then we have the High Priestess. I love this card. I generally love this card. The High Priestess is a secret syrup. The mysteries of the universe are sweeter than you know, with grade A butter. So she looks a bit funny. I like it, actually. I really find it funny and quirky and cute at the same time. So they made her into a syrup bottle, or she's stuck in a syrup bottle. I'm not sure, but it's a secret syrup. So maybe this is what the Emperor is using. He's using the High Priestess's secret recipe and the taste of the syrup and everything that comes with it. He uses that to create these fantastic recipes. Slightly in competition with his wife, the Empress. Yep, they're married, or they're a couple. And the High Priestess, she's sort of like the genie in the bottle in this case. I think this is what they were going with. And I love it. I really like it, actually, the more I look at it. I absolutely love the font as well. The Hierophant. And we have here, this is an old transistor radio, right? Let me have a look. Yeah, yes, it is. That almost looks like a compass. So the Hierophant is there to give you the information that you need. What is it that you're looking for? What is it that you're seeking? You go to the Hierophant to get guidance and advice. And this is how I feel, and this is what I get from this card. A little box that has a lot of power within it, because it hides the information or the secret of knowledge. This is how I see it. And then we have the Lovers. The Lovers. Oh, I love this card. Isn't it so cute? There's a Corvette, or, well, it looks like one. Or, you know, correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know those 1950s, 1960s American cars. I don't know them that well. Only what I've seen on TV. So the Lovers are there. They are happy. They're about to dive in the water. You know, water is the symbol for emotion. So they're diving into this emotional pool of love and excitement and feeling smitten and all that wonderful feelings that come with being in love. And this is what this card is showing us here. This is still not Betty. We lost Betty, but we're meeting other characters of Betty's life. The Chariot. Maybe I should just move these away and not confuse anyone. There you go. The Chariot. The Chariot awaits, my lady. And we have two girls here, best friends, cousins, roommates, sisters. Who knows? But they seem very, very close. And they're holding this canned food that the Emperor was also dressed in. And we see a station wagon car in the back, and this is the Chariot. So the Chariot is, this car is helping these women to move them from point A to point B, help them move around, making their life easier. They can pack it with shopping and whatever they need, and they can go as slow or as fast as they want. Then we have the Strength card, and we have the Scrub soap pads. I can't read. What's wrong with me? Shines aluminum fast. I see, Strength. So you have these soap pads or aluminum foil things that we use nowadays to scrub the pots, the bottom of the pots, and this is the Strength card. So you can, if you finding a way, you can find a solution to your problem as long as you're focused. So you can find a solution to a problem, i.e. a dirty pot, and you can get these Scrubbo soap pads and make it look like new. So this is what this card is pretty much representing in this deck, that you need to be strong and stay focused and find a solution to your problem, because there is a solution to your problem. There always is. Sometimes we just can't see it. The Hermit is a woman, a naked woman actually. Well, we can't see her, but it is implied that she is naked. I love this card because it's very different to what we're used to as Hermit, because she's not stoic or skeptical or quiet or, you know, in meditation land. She's actually scrubbing herself, taking a bath in a tiny little square bath, half naked or naked, and smiling. And that's the Hermit. So she's happy being alone. She can make the best of it being alone. She has me time. She's probably a mom and she's got kids. Let me look at the soaps. But we could assume that she's got 5 different soap bars and those belong to her kids. So we can assume that she's got 5 children, right? And so she is really, really enjoying and valuing this time alone where she can relax, she can pamper herself, she can feel good again, she can feel like a woman again. And that's a Hermit, taking time away, taking time out, basically putting yourself in time out to figure things out, to really be to keep company with your thoughts and go in deep, introspectively and introvertedly to understand yourself better. And this is what this card is representing. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is cute. It's a casino roulette. We have the chips here, and she has 3 fingers pointing up. I don't know why. But let's see, we've got the 19. This is an interesting card. You could really, really intuitively get into it, actually, because you have all these numbers and colors, and, you know, she's just doing this. So the Wheel of Fortune, how things can change from one second to the other. Yes, indeed. Things do change very fast. And this is the card which does warn you for changes. Most of the time they're good changes. They have to be done. It's a life station and you should accept it and go with it, really, and don't resist. And that's how you will come out as a winner from this, just like in the casino. Then we have the Justice card. Ooh my, okay, it makes sense. So we have a mom. I don't even know why I did the quotation marks, but we have a mom who is spanking her boy with a wooden spoon. He seems to be half enjoying it. I mean, he's not in distress for sure, and he's just dropped his lollipop. So what she's doing, and she's smiling. They're all smiling. I don't see anyone. Do we have any grumpy figures in here? Maybe him a little. The women are all happy. The women are all happy, which is good. So what was I saying? Yes, so she's packed. Is that a TV in the back? Oh my God, I thought that was a TV in the background. I'm like, that doesn't belong with the theme of the cards, but it's a mirror. Sorry, moving on. So I'm assuming that this is a light, it's not an actual spanking, but it is a light form of, you know, discipline to this child. He was probably very naughty, and she's trying to teach him a lesson without wanting to hurt him. And that's the Justice card, that you do get the justice that you deserve, and also that you might have to deal with the law or someone in the legal department, in a legal department, whether it's at work, whether it's with the police or lawyers, or someone suing you, or you suing someone. So this is the depiction here. But it also just shows you from their facial expressions that this is not a severe kind of punishment. The Hanged Man. Oh, I love this card. I absolutely love this card. It is the fun, the most fun, I can't speak, most fun and creative and original set of cards that I've seen so far. It is quirky indeed, but it's so easy to read. I love it, I can tell you. I'm an intuitive reader, so that this for me is super exciting. The Hanged Man. We have, is that Betty? I'm looking for our friend Betty. Is that Betty? No, she's darker. She's more brown. Oh well. Maybe we'll never see Betty again. Who knows? So we have the Hanged Man. We have this woman who seems to look, she seems surprised. What did she do? Did she shrink her husband? Honey, she says to her kids, I shrunk Dad, and I just hanged him on the clothesline. So this shows, and he looks a little bit funny. He looks, you know who he looks like to me? He looks like the cartoon character, the French cartoon character with the red hair, the detective. What's his name? I'm sure you know who I mean. He looks like him, but with less hair, brown hair, obviously. Anyways, moving on. So the Hanged Man. This is where you should stop waiting. Not stop, but this is where you're sort of hanging around, waiting for things to happen. You are in a good mood, but still sort of not understanding what's happening around you, and you feel that things are not going the way you would like or you would want them to, and you're just hanging around and you feel a little bit like an idiot. And she's like, yeah, so what's wrong with that? Look at her. She's like, yeah, so, you know, I married you. I know. Do you like my underwear? Isn't that cute? Because that's, to me, that's sort of like a symbol of innocence. So you may feel like the hangman, but it's not because you did something wrong. It's more because of the situation, or because of the energy that's blocked around you. Death card. I'm like, the first thing I look at when I'm looking for a new deck is the Death card and the Moon card, because they are my favorite. The Death card, not because of the meaning or the symbolism behind it, mainly because I'm always fascinated by the way how do the creators envision a death, and they just, you know, put it out there, and how do they see death in their decks, you know? And then that is super fascinating to me. I absolutely love that. So let's look at this Death card then. We have some Real Salmonella. So it's a mayonnaise, and it's called Real Salmonella. And then you've got some blue cheese or rotten cheese. Anyways, rotten food around, and flies flocking on this mayonnaise. So the Death card, yes, so something goes bad, but then you can buy a new one. So this one, you can't eat it anymore. You can't use it because it expires, and everything that it touches, it dies. But it doesn't mean that you can't get another mayonnaise or another brand. And maybe that's the better brand, and that's the one you're supposed to be having and using with your food. So this is how I see the Death card in this deck. It's really, really nicely made. We have the Temperance card here. Interesting. So you have a KitchenAid and different, what is that? Joy, justice, anger, and sorrow. So what it's saying, that you have to put them all together, you mix them all together to make a cake, or to make whatever it is that you want to make. So you have to be patient, you have to persevere, you have to make sure that you make the right decisions in order to bring all these solutions and steps. You've got to make take those steps and go forward by being patient, and things will sort of work out for you. But you need to be patient and work hard at the same time. The Devil. Okay, this is very popular. We've seen this image everywhere, I think, of the Devil card. It's cute, isn't it? So we have a little devil chocolate, death by chocolate cake, I will call it, and she's smoking. She's got really beautiful legs, and cigarettes and pills. What are those? Valium, yeah. The Valley of the Dolls. Remember that book? There were two, I think. I've read both books 2 or 3 times. The original one, and I think they did sort of like a sequel to it. It wasn't as good, but I still enjoyed it. And the Devil, so temptation, or too much of something, too much sugar. You know, you can go on a sugar high and go loco, or you can take too much or you're addicted to Valium, or you have a soft spot for them, or cigarettes, whatever it is. So addiction, what's the word I'm looking for? Temptation, everything that has to do with the Devil card is pretty much there if you look. You know, you can look closely, you can still find she's holding a cup. So emotions there. It's an empty cup as well. Spork, instant coffee. Yeah, people are addicted to coffee, like myself. The Tower card, oh, it's giving me, okay, this is really weird. The first thing that came to my mind when I saw it is that it's giving me Frida Kahlo vibes. Maybe the green and this jello, what are they called? Fruit bits that look like flower, you know, they look like decorations and flowers, and maybe that's why I sort of saw Frida Kahlo in my head. And this is the tower, and this is a beautiful tower because it's the first tower that I've seen that is not, doesn't have the lightning and the birds and the ravens and catastrophe and all that. It's not. It's just a woman dressed as a cake or jello cake, whatever this is. She looks super happy, but she also feels stuck. You see, she can't go anywhere. Where are her legs? Can she get out of this thing? No, she's stuck in a situation, and in a few hours she's gonna feel distressed and lonely, and like things are not going the way she would like them to because she can't go anywhere. So that's the Tower in this deck. Then we have the Star card. This is also a cute card. She's holding a pie with stars on it. 1, 2, 3, 6 stars. Number 1, what is that? First. So she's first. So she's celebrating something, and she either baked this pie or someone gave it to her. Let me see what's down here. No, they're rosettes. They are rosettes. So she's obviously an overachiever, quite competitive, the Star. She's probably mommy's favorite. She's, as I said, an overachiever, so she does everything as close to perfection as she can. She's happy-go-lucky, and things are just happening for her. Everyone loves her. She's super popular. She's a star. She's a domestic goddess. That's what she is. Here we have the Moon. Okay, okay. As I said before, I have a soft spot for the Moon. My moon's in Scorpio. Generally, I'm very attracted to the moon. I have a dark side. It may not look it, but I do. And the Moon card is my favorite. This Moon card, not so much. Not so much. It gives me Humpty Dumpty vibes and Snow White or Sleeping Beauty even. It's not really doing it for me. He looks creepy. Why the hell is he smiling like that creepy smile, while she's lying down looking like Liz Taylor in Cleopatra, and she's a bit sensual. Where are her bed sheets? No bed sheets. Ugh. And what's that? Cold cream, and then it says calendar, I think. I can't see that well. So this Moon card is not, and she's sleeping and she's counting sheep. Okay, but it's not what I would expect from this deck, and it's not really doing it for me, to be honest. But what is it that while you're sleeping in your dreams, that you're dreaming, your subconscious comes to you when you're dreaming or when you're asleep, and you should listen to it. There are subliminal messages there. Your subconscious is talking to you, things like that. Yeah, that's the Moon card, but it just doesn't scream the Moon card. As I said, he looks creepy. He looks like Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty who took a dump and is happy. Yep. The Sun card. Ooh, ah, ah, ah. Okay, sorry, don't mind the sound effects, but I got a little bit excited with the eggs. The sunny side up eggs. It's cute. I like it, but we have this Humpty Dumpty weirdo here again. But this time he's got 2 fried eggs on his eyes. And then that's Betty. Yeah, I'm looking, we found, I think that's Betty. So Betty's back with her husband, people. Betty's back with her husband. Yay! The Sun. So she came back. So she came back. She cooked for him. He's back from the office. He's excited because he's like, "Where were you, woman? You know, I was worried I wouldn't get my dinner." But no, she's there. She's all dressed up. She's got her little apron. She has her smile. She's ready to serve him a Humpty Dumpty with eggs on his face. Maybe she's pregnant and she's about to announce that they're about to have a son. Or it's, you know, it's the revelation that, oh, you know, despite the problems in our marriage, I will just let those go, those issues that we have, I'll let them go, and I will be a faithful and devoted wife to you as long as you're a faithful and devoted husband to me. This is what I get from this card. Judgment. I love this card. I absolutely love this card. Yes, this makes sense, right? Judgment. Who is the worst judge? You are the worst judge for yourself. You're hard on yourself. This is a judgment because it's not only about criticism and judgment and actions and people from high positions giving you instructions or telling you what to do or kind of like controlling you through their words, through their judgment, but it's also self-judgment, how you see yourself and how you react to your défauts, as they say in French. And she's a steak. She's dressed in a steak. Is it a steak? Yes, it is. And she's weighing herself, but she's not even looking at the weight, at the numbers. She's sort of holding her head and she's like, I really don't want to know how much did I gain. I've been barbecuing every bloody night with my neighbors and I'm done. I've been drinking too much wine. Do tell me, show me the damage. This is what I get from this card. So she's judging herself. She has to deal with this. She has to deal with her own actions because she's been eating and drinking a lot and going to barbecues and cocktail bars. So she should have been careful. And finally, we have the World card. And here we have like one of these, like this recipe box. And we have here a pram, a family on the world. It just shows you how things like your dreams can come true. You can dream and fantasize about having a happy family life and a good life and a comfortable life and lots of babies, and you will get that because that is, you know, if you set a goal, you're more likely to achieve it than to not set a goal and just say, oh, whatever happens, happens. So this is the world the world is your oyster, really. This is the feeling I get. I'll just bring back this little box and see the minor arcana. I will do the little booklet in the end. I will have a look. Okay, I'm not tempted now. I'll do it in the end. Let's do the minors. I'm not going to go as in-depth as I did with the majors, but it's interesting to see them. Ace of Cups. I'll put it over here. Two of Cups. That's cute. Yes, definitely reminds me of me living in a glass of wine or Prosecco, whatever it is. Three of Cups. We have a baby and 3 cups here. That's interesting. It's an interesting take on this card because the 3 of Cups to me can also mean there is a third party in a relationship. You know, there is someone is unfaithful, and I see a baby, so someone has been unfaithful and not very careful, I guess, according to the creators of this card, of this deck. I love how they're coded. Can you see? I just noticed. So you see I love that. The cups are coded, color coded. They have a frame, a blue frame. Then we have the Ace of Wands, or gold, bronzy. Then we have the swords, the red, and the Ace of Pentacles, and it's green. Interesting. Interesting that the Pentacles, well, the Pentacles would be green because they're earthy energy, right? And it has to do with your property and money and business and all that. So that makes more sense that it's green. But it's interesting that the Wands is goldy, sort of beigey, whatever this color is. It's not gold, but it's beige. Whereas the swords is the red one. Usually in tarot you see wands, like red is very dominant in the wands. So I find that very interesting. We'll have a look. Let me just put them back. Four of Cups. So she's like, no more, no, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. I don't know, I'm on the verge of being an alcoholic. Should I, shouldn't I? Well, maybe I will. Maybe I'll have a little sip. Then we have the Five of Cups. She's like, hey, look what I noticed. We're missing an olive. I love green olives and I love martinis. So this olive came out of this glass. This came out, these are in there, and this is coming out. Where's this one? Five of Cups. Where is chaos? Chaos. You can't figure it out. You can't understand what's going on. Yeah, it's a bit all over the place. She's pulling her hair. She looks distressed. She looks as if she's a ghost or something, that she came from a different era. She doesn't look like a 1950s woman. Maybe she is a ghost. Maybe Betty's house is haunted. Then we have Six of Cups. This looks like a young little girl drinking lemonade, pink lemonade. That's what she's doing, Six of Cups. And she looks very satisfied with her pink lemonade. That looks nice. Then we have Seven of Cups. Different cocktails like that. She's thinking, which one shall I have? Seven of Cups. Choices. I don't know. Shall I have alcohol or shall I go for a Coke? Who knows? Then we have the Eight of Cups. Oh, there you go, a coffee drinker. Just like me. She's like, I've had enough. I've had enough of this coffee. It's just giving me headaches. Enough already. When will this end? When will this end? Nine of Cups. Yay, it's Christmas, and all I got for Christmas are these crystal glasses, wine glasses, or whatever. Yeah, they're wine glasses. So she's like, yay, that's exactly what I was looking for the whole year. I was just waiting for Christmas so I could get these 9 cups. Then we have the 10 of Cups. She has a big blue dress and all these cocktails in front of her, and she is she checking whether she has any lumps and bumps under her armpit? That's a weird pose, actually. But it is the 10 of Cups, so it's fulfillment and happiness, and yay, we feel very emotionally full and happy, and everything is going well in our family and our life. But I see 2 women and a man. Hey, swingers. Just joking, people, just joking. Let's put some humor in this. Page of Cups. So we have a little boy who is watering these sunflowers that have 3 creepy looking old men coming out of these sunflowers. Page of Cups. So it's an interesting way of illustrating this card, I guess. I can't make of it so much. I mean, maybe it's putting me off that the everything, his head looks weird, looks a little bit sort of crooked. His hand is sort of like, I don't know, how can you hold that glass like this? And then, yeah, it's a weird card, but it's a Page of Cups, so working on your emotions, working on yourself, you know, starting a whole emotional journey, etc., etc. I have to be faster than this. I'm trying, but I love these cards so much I could talk about them all day. Knight of Cups, a young looking man, underage, I presume from from boarding school. And he's drinking champagne, or he's serving his mom a champagne. That, I assume that's his mom, right? Knight of Cups. So I'm learning how to be a gentleman, how to treat women right, you know, how to be a prince. Knight of Cups. Moving on, Queen of Cups. She looks funny for a Queen of Cups. I normally love Queen of Cups, but because that's my card, usually comes up as me, my archetype, but she looks like my aunt, funnily enough. She even has a similar dress, my grandmother's sister. So this is a Queen of Cups. She's got her hand in her whiskey, she has a coy little smile, and she's wearing a crown. So this woman is a tough cookie who likes to drink at night just to calm down, and she is very out there, extroverted, and I would say fun. She's got a witty sense of humor, I would say. And finally we have the King of Cups. Well, he doesn't look that happy or good. He's drinking his beer, but he's got a crown. He looks drunk, actually, to me. That's at the end of that barbecue that we were talking about a while ago. And he's like, yeah, well, you know, I've had too many beers and I'm just not into this, and don't talk to me, and I'm the King of Cups and I will now allow my emotions to take over because I am drunk. Hick, hick. Pentacles. I'll go through them as fast as I can because this video has been going on for a long time. Ace of Pentacles. What is that? It's a pentacle, but I wasn't sure whether this was a paper plate with intricate designs on them. She's wearing a glove holding this. Two of Pentacles. Ooh, yes, so much to do. What am I gonna do first? So many, what do I prioritize? So many tasks, help me. Mommy, woof woof, take me for a walk. Three of Pentacles. Yeah, you go, girl. Girl empowerment in the 50s. She could do it on her own and everyone else is just sitting above her and sort of criticizing. But at the same time, she's doing it for them. It's a community thing. They're part of a family or part of an organization or part of the same business or company. Four of Pentacles. Funny looking little thing. Oh, those are plates. Okay, those are plates. She's holding her plates and making sure that the doors of this cabinet don't, you know, open and those plates fall down and break. So she is safekeeping. Five of Pentacles. Oh dear, it's, you know, it's a juggle. Life is a struggle, a financial struggle and a juggle. And, you know, sometimes you make mistakes, but you get over them and life goes on. Six of Pentacles, looks like the devil card. And there you have the ghost. Here you have ghost and he's about to eat some cookies. And that's his devil side. Mommy said, you're not allowed to eat these cookies until Christmas Day, because I, you know, was baking all day and slaving in the kitchen. And he in the middle of the night, he gets up and he's like, I'll just have one and she won't even notice. Seven of Pentacles. Oh, gardening. Oh, this is a beautiful image, actually. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at that. She's going out to her garden to do some gardening, water the plants, check on her Tree of Pentacles, the crops, her coins. Eight of Pentacles, creativity. This is a very nice card, actually. Yeah, this one looks like Liz Taylor as well. Moving on, Nine of Pentacles. This is the dishwasher. You know, the magician said, what do you want? Do you want to wash your clothes? I'll get you a new washing machine. I can also get you a dishwasher. But this is the Nine of Pentacles. So it's all in there in her. And she feels good. She's worked hard for this. She's really worked hard for this. Ten of Pentacles, hurrah, and this is what you build, and this is what you make, and this is what you come out with. A beautiful home, a loving family, feeling good about yourself. Ten of Pentacles, beautiful card. Page of Pentacles, we have here, again, that little boy with that weird head. I know it's just the collage, the way they do it. I love his all-stars. He's wearing all-stars. Just reminds you how long these Converse shoes have been around for. And we have the Page of Pentacles, so he is figuring things out. He's learning. He's a boy. He's learning how to be more responsible around the house. Knight of Pentacles, and then they just pay him to mow the grass for his neighbors, dressed in a tuxedo. Because he's going to do that, and then he's going to go to the prom if he's American. The Queen of Pentacles. Here, she's dressed a little bit like Queen Elizabeth used to dress like that. She still does, but in very bright colors she does. And this is the Queen of Pentacles. She's like, okay, children, I'm off to work now. I am an independent woman. I will be back when I'll be back. You know, there's a Tupperware full of lentils in the freezer. Have fun. Bye. And the King of Pentacles. Yes, exactly. The King of Pentacles. This is the man. He is like, I'm just gonna be dressed like what's the Playboy Mansion guy? I'll be dressed like Hugh Hefner. There you go. Hugh Hefner. And I'm gonna wear a crown, smoke my pipe, and I don't need anything else. I'm fully satisfied, fully happy, and I've got my paper, and I'm the man, I'm the king of the house. Then we have the Ace of Wands. That's cute. That's very cute. Two of Wands. Yeah. Crossroads. What am I supposed to do now? I can't do everything on my own. Tiring. Have to make a decision. Three of Wands. Three of Wands. Sorry, I'm moving the camera all the time. Three of Wands. She is just about to clean her home in kitten heels. She looks good, but she doesn't look happy. She's like, okay, we've got to do this. I'll find some kind of inspiration doing this. Four of Wands we have here, you can see. Five of Wands, she's dusting. Not sure what she's doing. A little all over the place, clumsy. Six of Wands. Wow. Seven of Wands. Yep. So many toothbrushes to get that toilet polished and clean. What will the neighbors say, or what will her mother-in-law say? Eight of Wands, a little bit like bewitched. So she's sitting on her broom. There's movement, flying. She's off. Nine of Wands. That's a nice one. She's wearing a nice dress, climbing the ladder. Ten of Wands. Here. Whoa. So much multitasking. Tackling so many issues. Page of Wands. Creepy little boy again. He's playing cowboys and Indians, I assume. Knight of Wands. He's off. He's wearing a pot on his head, and he looks very determined. He's like, okay, let's do this. I can do this. Queen of Wands. Yeah, I like this Queen of Wands. It does look like Queen of Wandy. Queen of Wandy? Wandy Queenie. Whatever, you know what I mean. Finally, the King of Wands. What are those? Pipes? Yeah, those pipes, like a DIY master. That's what he is. He's a DIY master because he's good with his hands and he's creative. Ace of Swords, we have a knife cutting a cake or lots of cakes. Two of Swords, Thanksgiving. She's like, okay, shall we tuck in or shall we not? What shall I do? Three of Swords, this is heartbreak. This is a wedding cake. And then you've got three knives. Ouch. Not good. Four of Swords is fun. I love it. Love it. You know, just taking some time off, pampering yourself, meditating, you know, shutting yourself away from people. Five of Swords, that's nice. So there'll be scissors, and then the Six of Swords. Very nice, nice card. I like that they're using actual swords for the swords, domestic swords. Seven of Swords, domestic swords. What did I just say? I meant domestic knives. I love the fact that they use knives, not swords. Whatever. Moving on. Seven of Swords here. Eight of Swords is really fun. Not for her, but for me. I love it. Maybe because it's got green olives and I love my green, and I love me green olives. Yeah. Woo. I'm going a bit crazy. It's getting late and I'm tired. Moving on, the Nine of Swords. I like that very much. Then we have the Ten of Swords. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. But it's a nice way of depicting this card, actually. It's not too threatening for a client when you read for them, because this can be a very harsh card, actually. And then you can hear my dog. My dog, yes, Louis. Page of Swords, there's the creepy little boy again, or maybe that's his brother. Knight of Swords just gives me the vibes of Happy Days. Or John Travolta from Grease. Queen of Swords. Ooh, off with their heads. Off with their heads. That's her husband's head, I assume. And the King of Swords. See, the barbecue theme is everywhere. I get it. I love a barbecue. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the Housewives Tarot, and I absolutely love it, and I can't wait to use it. Let's go through the booklet real quick. It's a cute little book, colored, so they've used a lot of pink. It gives you some spreads, conducting a reading, how to read with these cards, different spreads. That's a nice one. I'll try this one, the Clothesline of Life. Interesting. What is that? The Martini. Fun, fun. So, can you hear the thunderstorms? It's about to piss it down. And then we have the, you know, the description of each card in a very, it's a very cute, it's a minimal book, but it's well made. I like the texture of the pages, of the paper, and I love the fact that it's got unique spreads that we haven't seen anywhere else before. So I'm really excited and I can't wait. This was the Housewives Tarot. And once again, the creators are Paul Keppel and Jude Buffum. Thank you very much. Till next time. Bye.